Hello everyone, welcome to ETM 501, Foundations of Social Justice. I'm Tom Riddle, and I'll be working with you over the next few weeks in this course. Let's take a second to look at how the Blackboard course is organized so you know how our course will run. When you first log into the Blackboard course, you'll notice that you'll land on the announcements page. Any announcements will also be emailed to your McDaniel email if you have it set up correctly. If not, make sure that you're checking it often. The first thing you want to check out is the Read Me First. Read Me First gives you an overview of the course, including my contact information through McDaniel email, which is the preferred communication, or my cell phone number if you need to text or call me. Our course runs from January 10th to March 6th. There's 4 modules, and each module lasts about 2 weeks. The main part of our class is the discussion forum. That's where we will attend class. Our class is pretty small, there's only 5 of you, so our discussions might be a little bit limited compared to some other courses that you take with more students. But I still think we can have some good conversation, and you'll still find a lot to take away from the course. We'll go over more about the discussion boards in just 1 second. This is a 3-credit graduate course, so expect to spend some time both reading, posting, and working on your assignments. After you've looked over the Read Me First, you can take a look at the course syllabus. The course syllabus reminds you that there's 2 books for this course, Blind Spot and Case Studies on Diversity and Social Justice for Education. Blind Spot will give us a scientific background of why we deal with some of the issues we do when we're talking about social justice. Case Studies will be a book that you will use throughout this program. In each module, you'll notice there's a deliverable, except for Module 2. In Module 1, you'll do a personal narrative. In Module 3, you'll create a MySpace project, and in Module 4, we'll work on a focus group. Also notice that your grade is based on your participation in the discussion board. The course guide gives you an overview of what we're doing each week. Remember that each module lasts 2 weeks. Finally, assignment examples for your 3 deliverables can be found here, and the rubrics can be found here as well. So let's take a look at Module 1. In Module 1, it tells you the objectives, what we're going to be reading, and an overview of the module. This first module, we take a look at what is social justice, and then we start to look at what we call some of the isms, or what are some of the ways that people are discriminated against in our society. In this module, in addition to just introducing yourself to Foundations of Social Justice, you'll dive deeper into one of these isms using the resources that's listed here. You'll use your readings and your learnings to complete 2 things. Number 1 is the assignment for this first module, where you write a personal narrative. A personal narrative asks you to think about what does social justice mean to you? How social justice influenced you? What are some of your experiences? What brought you into being interested in social justice? And why have you decided to become a change agent in this area? Also, what do you think influences the way that you think about social justice and how you think about issues like race, class, gender, sexual orientation? This should be a 2 to 3 page reflection paper, and we'll be doing the last day of the module. When you're ready to turn this assignment in, click this link at the top, and then submit your assignment. Preferred method is a Word doc or something similar. A lot of people like to use Google Docs. If that's what you prefer, just make sure you make the link shareable and editable so that I can make comments on your paper. The other major thing you'll be working on is the discussions forum. Remember I said the discussion forum is where we attend class. Each module, there are 2 to 3 discussion forums that you'll participate in. So when we go into the Module 1, you have 3 different forums to participate in, or 3 different threads to participate in. The first one asks you to look at pick one ism, and tell us what you learned about this topic. The second asks you to think about some of your learnings from the Gorski text and create a graphic based on your learning from that first part of the text reading. And then the third thread during this module asks you to take some of the implicit bias tests from Harvard and then respond to how that test, what you learned about yourself from the test, how that test made you feel, and what are your big takeaways from taking that test. As is written in the overview of the course, you want to attend class in these forums. You should post one initial post to each of the 3 threads, and then try to post at least 2 or 3 times, responding to your colleagues in each of your threads as well. So for example, in this module, we have 3 threads. You should be making about 9 posts. Distribute your posts throughout the 2-week period. Don't post everything in the first day and then don't come back and refuse to come back to the threads later on. Spread out our discussion. Again, there's only a few of us in this course, so our discussion might be a little limited, but I still think we should find a lot to participate and a lot to learn from each other. Also, since it's the beginning of the course, take a second in the discussion boards to introduce yourself in the class cafe. Click on it, create a thread, introduce yourself, just really quickly. Who are you? Where do you teach? And why are you in this program? I look forward to working with you over the next few weeks as we learn about the foundations of social justice, what social justice means to you, and how it impacts the teaching and learning of our students. Be sure to take a few minutes to look around our course, look over the module page, and then I'll see you at the discussion board. Try to get your first post done by this Wednesday. You don't have to have everything read by that time, but maybe you can start to think about one or two ideas that you could start to post about. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I hope you have a great week.